There is a kind of power that doesn't shout. It doesn't rush. It doesn't depend on the noise of motivation or the pressure of deadlines. It's calm, focused, quietly unstoppable. And it begins the moment you wake. The ancient Stoics, men like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, knew something we've forgotten in today's world of endless notifications and distractions. The first hour of your day is sacred. It is the foundation on which your whole life rests. In this video, I will walk you through 9 ancient Stoic practices that can transform your mornings into a source of strength, focus, and peace. Practices that do not require money, special tools, or hours of free time, only your attention. Let's begin, slowly and with intention. 1. The view from above. When you open your eyes in the morning, resist the pull of distraction. Do not rush into the world. First, take a moment to rise, not from your bed, but in your mind. Picture yourself from above. From the ceiling of your room. Then higher. Your house. Your neighborhood. Your city. Higher still. Your country becomes a patch of color. The earth, a fragile sphere. The noise of your life, your tasks, your stress, your ambitions, they fade into scale. This is what the Stoics called the view from above. A practice not of detachment, but of perspective. From this vantage point, you see the truth, that most of what disturbs you is small, and your time here is brief. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, think of the whole of existence and how tiny your part. Think of all time and how short your moment. Return from this practice not with sadness, but with clarity. What matters becomes sharper. What doesn't, loses its grip. 2. Premeditatio Malorum, expecting the day's trials. The world will not bend itself to your wishes. That is not its nature. The Stoics understood this. And so, they prepared their minds not for comfort, but for reality. Each morning, reflect on the day to come. Ask, what could go wrong today? Not as a pessimist, but as a student of fate. Perhaps someone will speak unkindly. Perhaps you will fail in your task. Perhaps something will be taken from you. Consider it. Accept it. And then ask, how will I respond? With patience, with wisdom, with restraint. Seneca teaches, he who has anticipated misfortune has disarmed it of its strength. Do not fear what may happen. Instead, familiarize yourself with it. Make peace with discomfort before it arrives. In doing so, you rob it of surprise. You rob it of power. When others are shaken, you will remain still, because you expected the storm. 3. Morning self-examination. Before you begin the day, turn inward. The Stoic does not drift through life. He examines it. Like Marcus Aurelius, take a few minutes each morning to write. Not for others. Not for admiration. But for truth. Ask yourself, what is within my control today? What is not? Be precise. Be honest. There is no value in illusion. Identify where your power lies, in your choices, your responses, your discipline, and let go of the rest. Your journal is your training ground. It is where you remind yourself of the virtues you aspire to, courage, temperance, justice, wisdom. As Epictetus said, don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. Writing helps you remember who you are, before the world tries to tell you otherwise. In this act of morning self-examination, you plant the seeds of integrity. And you water them with attention. Over time, this practice becomes armor. Not to shield you from life, but to keep your mind intact within it. 4. Voluntary discomfort. Comfort is pleasant. But it is also dangerous, if left unchecked. The Stoics knew this. What is easy makes us soft. What is familiar makes us slow. And so they practiced discomfort, on purpose. Seneca, a man of wealth, would wear rough clothes and eat plain food, not because he had to, but because he chose to remember that he could. You must do the same. Not through grand acts of suffering, but through small, intentional resistance. Wake early. Take a cold shower. Delay your first meal. Carry your own burdens. Walk when you could ride. Train the body to obey. Train the mind to endure. When hardship comes, as it will, you will not shrink from it. You will recognize it. You will say, "This is familiar. I have prepared for this." The one who practices voluntary hardship is not broken when ease disappears. He is not owned by comfort. He is free. And freedom is not pleasure, it is strength. 5. Gratitude through negative visualization. We speak often of gratitude. But the Stoics approached it with gravity. They did not simply count their blessings. They imagined their loss. This is negative visualization. Each morning, select one thing, your health, your sight, your voice, someone you love, and imagine its absence. Feel, for a moment, the emptiness it would leave. Not to invite sadness, but to awaken awareness. To shake the mind from sleep. Epictetus said, "When you kiss your child, say silently, 'They may not be here tomorrow.'" This is not morbid. It is clarity. All that we have is temporary, and so it must be honored. You do not own this life. You are entrusted with it, briefly. To live as if nothing can be lost is to live blindly. To live with awareness of loss is to live deeply. When you return from this reflection, you will see your life not as something lacking, but as something full. This is the essence of true gratitude, not happiness at what is, but reverence for what still remains. Let others race through their mornings, pulled by impulse and anxiety. Let them seek comfort before purpose. But not you. You are a student of discipline, of clarity, of ancient wisdom. These 5 practices, perspective, preparation, reflection, hardship, and gratitude, are not trends. They are tools. Use them. Use them not once, but daily. Quietly. Consistently. They will not make your days easier. They will make you stronger. And in that strength, you will find peace, the peace that comes not from having control, but from mastering your response to what cannot be controlled. This is the way of the Stoic. 6. Amor fati, love your morning as it comes. Amor fati. A phrase that sounds poetic but cuts to the heart of Stoicism. It means, love of fate. Not just tolerate what happens. Not just accept it. But to love it. As if you had chosen it. As if it was meant for you. Imagine waking up to a morning that defies your plans. You wanted sunshine for your run, but it's raining. You wanted to feel rested, but your night was restless. You wanted a smooth day, but your child is sick, your inbox is full, and peace seems distant. What would most people do? Complain. Resist. Wish things were different. But a Stoic greets such a morning with calm eyes and a steady breath. A Stoic says, "This is my morning. No other. I will not resist it, I will rise to meet it." This is amor fati. Epictetus said, "Do not seek for events to happen as you wish, but wish for events to happen as they do, and your life will go smoothly." To wish for things to happen as they do, that is the essence of peace. Not passive resignation, but active acceptance. When you begin your day this way, you are no longer at the mercy of circumstances. You become a master of adaptation. Practical reflection. Next time something interrupts your morning, a delay, an argument, a setback, pause and ask, "How might this serve me? What if this is exactly what I need today?" Not out of naive optimism, but out of wisdom. Because the day you planned is gone. But this day, this real day, is here, and it's yours to live. Repeat silently. This is the morning I was given. I choose to love it. I will not wish it away. Practice amor fati. Each day. Until it becomes your nature. 7. Contemplate a virtue. The ancient Stoics didn't measure a good life by wealth or reputation. They asked one simple question: did I live with virtue today? Each morning, choose one virtue. Not all 4. Just one. Wisdom, to see clearly and judge rightly. Courage, to act despite fear. Justice, to do what is fair, even when it's hard. Temperance, to remain balanced and disciplined. Ask yourself, which virtue do I need today? Maybe you're facing a tough decision, lean on wisdom. Maybe you're afraid of what you must say or do, lean on courage. Maybe someone wronged you, lean on justice. Maybe temptation calls you, lean on temperance. This is how Stoics prepared for the day. Not by rushing into tasks, but by aligning themselves with what matters most. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, wrote to himself each morning: I shall meet with the meddler, the liar, the arrogant, the jealous, but none of them can harm me. Why not? Because he chose to meet them with virtue, not with reaction. Daily practice. Write one word on a card or on your phone. That virtue becomes your guide, your filter, your compass. Let it shape your tone of voice, your reactions, your choices. At the end of the day, reflect. Did I live with courage? With wisdom? With fairness? You won't be perfect. You don't have to be. But you will be better. 8. Memento mori, remember you will die. Each morning, remind yourself, I may not live to see tonight. Not to scare yourself, but to wake yourself up. To clear away the noise. To see what actually matters. The Stoics didn't avoid death, they trained with it. They held it close. Not in fear, but in reverence. Marcus Aurelius said, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Ask yourself, if this were my last day, what would I regret not doing? Would I waste it arguing, scrolling, complaining? What would I say to someone I love? Memento mori doesn't make life darker. It makes it brighter, because it brings you back to what matters. Thousands of people will die today. Someday, you will be one of them. So don't postpone the life you were meant to live. Don't wait to love. Don't wait to act. Don't wait to let go. Practice this. When you open your eyes in the morning, whisper, I'm alive. And that is enough. Then live with urgency. But not haste. Live with intention. But not tension. Let death be your teacher, so that you may live fully. 9. Morning stillness. Before you touch your phone. Before you read a single message. Before you rush into thought or action, sit. In stillness. 5 to 10 minutes. No doing. Just being. Not to escape life, but to return to it. Seneca said, the mind must be given rest. It will rise sharper and stronger. Stillness is not a luxury. It is a necessity. It creates space between thought and reaction. It gives you a moment to choose your response. It clears the fog so you can move with direction. Here's how. Sit upright, breathe naturally. Let thoughts come, but don't chase them. If your mind wanders, return to your breath or a Stoic quote. I am not disturbed by events, only by my judgments. Let that thought dissolve into silence. Even 5 minutes can change your entire day. Stillness gives birth to clarity. Clarity gives birth to action. Start your day in stillness, and you'll carry that steadiness into everything you do. Conclusion: a Stoic morning, a strong life. These practices, amor fati, virtue contemplation, memento mori, and stillness, are not just routines. They are tools for the soul. They are armor for your mind. They are maps for a meaningful life. And they don't take hours. Even 20 minutes, practiced consistently, will reshape the way you show up in the world. You'll complain less. You'll react less. You'll see more clearly. You'll live more fully. Remember, Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions. It's not about becoming cold or distant. It's about meeting life, fully, honestly, wisely. It's about choosing your response, even when you can't choose your circumstances. So tomorrow morning, begin again. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for the perfect mood. Begin. Practice. Repeat. And when you fall short, return to the path. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to live deliberately. Thank you for spending this time reflecting on these ancient practices. If this message resonated with you, subscribe and share your thoughts below.